Here, man. 5-star James. I don't care what stars they give you. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star. Which is much part there. Listen, man. University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person player?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You know, so I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
So
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths, and he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him to
Yeah.
get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then there goes the play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. I feel like you beat your man every play,
Right.
you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move? Is something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for a long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what?
Big time players step up in big game. All the criticize and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
time players step up in big time game. All the criticizing and all that is over, baby. Big time players step up in big time game.
There's been some big time players done been letting y'all down the last couple hours. You know what I'm saying? I hear y'all out there, man. I thought Nick Saban was a G. I thought he was cutthroat. Boy, don't let y'all down, boy. Big time players step up in big time games. All the criticizing and all that is over now. Big time players step up in big time games. All the criticizing and all that is over now. Yes, sir. Yeah, we going out. First up, man, y'all boy want to get down with IOD Squad, best to die. 786-459-499. Y'all want to get down with the squad, IOD Squad, best to die. Want to be the first to get the NFTs. Want to be and get on these crypto conversations. Crypto is low right now, boy, but you got to know what to do with it. You got to know what to do with it and when to do. Well, I got to. Sweet. We've been rocking that thing. Got a motherfucking game tonight, don't we? Don't do that like that. Got a motherfucking game tonight, We got a motherfucking game tonight. That's how we gonna do that. Shout out to old Tricky Nick. Old Tricky Nick had y'all food, huh? 786-459-499, man. 786-459-499. I heard a couple of y'all asking about the NFTs. We'll drop the NFT site. A couple of y'all said y'all want to invest. So we'll pin that one tonight. This thing popping, man. Let's get this thing popping. Let's see. Our boys want to get down. 786-405. Just send us a text or click the link, man. The link is in the description. And I'm going to pin the NFT link. Big time players step up in big time games. What's going on with y'all, man? I'm D, man. We're about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. He got game 2 tonight, don't they? Did he go up 2-0 tonight? Yes or no? We're gonna talk about this Nick Saban. If y'all want to come in here and talk about it, man, listen, man, I'm gonna invite y'all. Y'all come in, y'all don't gotta do video. Anybody want to come in and talk, there go the link right there. I'm gonna put the link right there. There go the link right there. Boom. If you're a clown, I'm gonna get you out of here. If you want to come in and talk, you ain't gotta use video, just use audio. If you ugly, what's going on, fam? We're gonna talk about this Nick Saban. I done saw a lot of theories out here. Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. Cat fighting round. This is the second time. It's like the second round. Like, round. It happened a couple months ago, didn't they? James Cook NFT. There's only 10 of these James Cook NFT now. Once they're gone, they're gone. Pin that James Cook NFT. Nick. Been a lot, man. Been a lot. If y'all haven't heard, man, I'm gonna let y'all check it out. I mean, Nick Saban, he had a lot to say.
They created what's called a collective. All right, a collective is a that's not tied to the university, that's funded by alumni.
A thumbs up if y'all can hear that.
And they give this collective millions of dollars. And that marketing agency then funnels an outside marketing agency that's not tied to the university.
He's explaining the collective, then they funnel it to the kids and what not to do, what the NIL wasn't supposed to do. I want y'all to listen to this closely now.
That's funded by alumni from the university. And they give this collective millions of dollars. And that marketing agency then funnels it to the players. And the coach actually knows how much money's in the collective, so he knows how much he can promise every player. That's not what name, image, and likeness was supposed to be. That's what it's become.
That's not what name, image, and likeness was supposed to be. Is what he said. That's not what it's supposed to be. That wasn't how it was intended. That's what he's saying, right? I'm gonna let y'all listen to it again. That's not what he intended it to be. That's not what name and image like is supposed to be, which is true. Which is true. Come on, let's do this. Much as I don't want to stop sharing, much as I don't want to stop sharing it, I'm gonna stop sharing it. Follow me now. I want y'all to listen. Follow me now. Help me out now. Follow me now. So here we go. Oh, this is Ray Ray. Y'all check out Ray Ray first. Ray Joseph.
Wow.
So listen. So check me out. Listen.
All right, nigga.
So
what is it you say they doing wrong?
And they give this collective millions of dollars. And that marketing agency then funnels it to the players. And the coach actually knows how much money's in the collective, so he knows how much he can promise every player.
Right.
That's not what name, image, and likeness was supposed to be.
Right.
That's what it's become, and that's the problem.
That's not what it's supposed to be.
What again did you do?
So what did you do, Nick?
So I told our players, I said, we're going to have a collective, but everybody's going to get the same amount of opportunity from that collective. Now, you can go earn however much you want. And I tell the recruits the same thing.
Jimbo, come on, let go.
Some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a guy that a lot of things go his way. The narcissist in him doesn't allow those things to happen. And it's ridiculous. But when he's not on top and
all right, Nick. What is it you say they doing wrong?
Listen. Y'all help me understand. Help me understand this. He said they get a collective, they funnel it through a marketing team, right? And the marketing team give it to the kids. That's not what it was intended to be, right? That's what he said. Then listen to what he says he does. Y'all help me out. Maybe I'm slow, dog.
And that marketing agency
then
funnels it to the players. And the coach actually knows how much money's in the collective, so he knows how much he can promise every player. That's not what name, image, and likeness was.
It's not what it's supposed to be. So what did you do, Nick?
And that's the problem.
And what again did you do?
So I told our players, I said, we're going to have a collective, but everybody's going to get the same amount of opportunity from that collective. Now, you can go earn however much you want. And I tell the recruits the same thing.
Jimbo, come on, let go.
some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a guy that a lot of things go his way.
Am I missing something? Did he come right back? Did he come right back and said that he told his players, y'all gonna get the same thing, which now your school is involved with your NIL. And I didn't think the school was supposed to be involved with the NIL. We got Ruiz, he got Life Wallet, he got nothing to do with the school. Them kids cannot wear the logo. They cannot wear the school colors when they do their NIL. So how is Nick Saban? How is Nick Saban saying, well, I got a collective, and this is what my kid's gonna get for NIL? Wait a minute. But he just explained how that's the wrong way to do it. I'm confused. Is he getting old? Is he getting old? Y'all want to hear it again? You know, you said it at the same time. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all get this out there for me, man. Huh, man? Y'all share this out there for me. Am I getting? Can somebody else explain this? Huh? Send this to your smart cousin. Everybody got a smart cousin. Nick Saban telling on himself. And he came back. He apologized. He said, "My bad, dog. I ain't mean to." Jimbo Fisher said, "Man, I ain't answered none of his phone call." Nick kind of told on himself, right? I know I ain't going crazy now. I know I ain't going crazy. Nick kind of told on himself. And the two dudes next to him, they just sit right there like two goofballs. They don't say nothing. They don't say stop, cut, go to commercial. They don't help the man. Yeah, he apologized. He said there was an apology. Yeah, he apologized today. He said he didn't mean to say nobody's name. Or he shouldn't have said anybody's name. That's what he said. He said he shouldn't have said anybody's name. I've never got an iGroupMe on here on the computer. And then you don't piss Ruiz off. Ruiz telling Deoin, "Come on, man, holler at your boy." This man think Ruiz like, man, this man think he above God, man. Hold on, man. So that's slander. That's all. I mean, that's all type of wrongdoing. But yeah, he apologized because I think he realized. Oh, see, you know you done fucked up, right? Tricky Nicky was out of pocket, dog. Tricky Nicky was out of pocket, huh? He said a little bit about he ain't said nothing about the football team now. He ain't gonna say nothing about football, but he said something about the basketball team. He ain't said nothing about the football team now. Let's see. He called out about
defense. But if you took toilet paper around here, oh, he's snitching.
Second in recruiting last year, A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team. Made a deal for name, image, and likeness.
big balls, boy.
All right, we didn't buy one player. All right, but I don't know. We have a rule right now that says you cannot use name, image, and likeness to entice a player to come to your school. Hell, read about it in the paper. I mean, Jackson State paid a guy $1 million last year that was a really good Division I player to come to the school. It was in the paper, and they bragged about it. Nobody did anything. I mean, these guys at Miami that are going to play basketball there for $400,000, it's in the newspaper. The guy tells you how he's doing it. So, but the NCAA.
That boy's thinking like Tricky Nicky and the Pimps. Hi, I'm Tricky Nicky, and these are the Temptations. You see, he ain't say nothing about football. They don't play with Luigi, brother. They know it's on site. We got Bill from Back to the Future as a coach. We straight. Tricky Nicky may know about defense, but if you took toilet paper around here, oh, he's snitching.
Second in recruiting last year, A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team. Made a deal for name, image.
That boy talking like Jimbo told him how he did it. And that boy just went up there and just told it all.
Cannot use.
He went up there just told it all. Jackson State played a guy $1 million. He's a really good Division I player. I don't know why he threw his fucking life away going to Jackson. That's what he wanted to say. That's exactly what he wanted to say. Only God knows why he threw his life away going to Jackson State. Now he's going to be poopy. That's exactly what he wanted to say. Tricky Nicky done let y'all down, man. Y'all thought he was gangster. Tricky Nicky done let y'all down. Deoin woke up in the middle of the night talking about, man, we're going to holler at that. Did Deoin say anything? I didn't see where Deoin said anything. Did Deoin say anything? If you want to come in here and talk about this, man, y'all free to come in here and holler at me. Deoin said he's not even getting paid $1 million. I saw when he said that. But he said Deoin was like, lay around for it, man. He was gonna respond to him. But I haven't seen anything yet. Boy, Jimbo was pissed. Boy, Jimbo say, man, Jimbo say, man, I ain't answer. He called me, man, I ain't even answer the phone. Jimbo say I'm done with him. Jimbo won't smoke. Do anybody think that this is gonna? Do anybody believe that this could be the beginning of the end of Alabama or Nick Saban? I don't like the way this feels, dog. If y'all want to come in and talk, man, anybody, there's a link right there. Somebody was just asking about it. There's a link. You can come in with just audio. You ain't got to come in with video. Anybody feel like this could be the end? Like if you watch the whole interview, he's confessing that he doesn't want to play players. I got a text from Battle Dad today. He's confessing that he doesn't want to play players because you can't keep it up. It's a business model you can't keep up. And like, yeah, I mean, but it's just like a sore loser. It's just like somebody who's had something under control for so long, and now it's changing. In the interview, he accepts NIL. He said the NIL is here, it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We may just have to change how we do it. But when he started calling out names, dog, I'm trying to understand. He's a very smart guy. Well, maybe not that smart if he sat right there and told on himself. But why would he start attacking certain? It's almost like he's trying to shout out to Rob, man, with a donation. Shout out to Rob. Say Jimbo going swing on Saban. Yeah, why would he attack? Like why would he attack certain schools? It's almost like he's saying NWC because he has a lot of power. It's almost like he's saying NCAA, hey man, y'all go check these dudes out. Y'all just gonna let them do what they want to do? Alabama coach Nick Saban was the first one to apologize. Jimbo Fisher, Deion Sanders was a mistake. That's what he said. Alabama head coach Nick Saban was the first to apologize and what was already. This is on Beach Report. I should have never really singled anybody out, Saban said during an appearance on ESPNU radio. That was a mistake. I really apologize for that part of it. He continued to say, I really didn't mean to single anybody out. I apologize. You didn't mean to single anybody out. What do you mean you didn't mean to single anybody out? I mean, I apologize, but it's the whole system. Is this sustainable system and this good for college football? Is it a sustainable system and is it good for college football? Is the way college football is set up good for the players? Is it good for college football? What? What do you mean is it good for college football? You think the players getting money gonna hurt college football? The coaches should be the only one getting a big bag. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come on, man, click the link. If you want to come on, click the link, man. You can come in with audio. You don't have to come in with there's a link right there. I don't know if y'all can y'all click that or text me 786-459-9499. I don't know, bro. I knew my dog was gonna come through. DJ Meddy. Let's put this Nick Saban 6'9" shit back up here.
Yeah. We
Put
gotta
this
talk
Nick
about
Saban
this.
6'9" shit back up here. That's funny, fool. That's funny. That's what this Nick Saban. Oh, listen, why? Man, you in the military, man. I was in the military. You in the military. I read Art of War, Sun Tzu. I want to believe that these guys are smart. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing this a long time. Maybe you've been doing it too long. Why would he? It's almost like he's saying, hey, man, y'all not going to go check out and see what these dudes doing? Now, this is my question from the other side, Maddie. This is my question from the other side. For a long time, they said college football players could not get paid, right?
Okay.
Then they started getting paid. And
wait. You gotta be clear. They didn't start getting paid. They started getting paid legally.
They started getting paid legally. So for a long time, the model said college football players couldn't get paid, and then boom, they allowed them to get paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't something have to change?
Yeah,
something else has to change.
Naturally, whenever you have that's just history, right? Whenever you have something that goes against the grain, that is new, innovative, different from what it was before, yeah, and obviously you gotta change, right?
Right.
What people aren't understanding about that, well, not people. What Nick Saban is understanding is that you can't do anything for a particular amount of time or longevity and think that once you're done or once you've made this thing that other people aren't going to A, follow and copy it, or B, try to find a way to exploit it.
Yes.
It's just common sense, right? So
everything I create with that in mind. Everything.
And that's why I put that in. That's why I wanted to come here and pull up, because I find that, I'm not saying that those Michigan people stole that shit from you. I just find it very fucking funny. That's just me. We'll talk about it. But in anything, right? Like we talk about all the time with crypto. All these shit coins on the market, it's not because they are profitable.
No.
It's not because they're actually good financial or fiduciary investments. It's because they are trying to get somebody rich who innovated and are trying to exploit a market that got a bunch of new people entering it every day who don't really understand the constructs of it, and they're trying to get paid off of it. That's just life in general, right? Life is
right.
Life is imitation, and imitation is the biggest form of flattery. I've always been of the belief, right? I've always been of the belief that Miami started that shit. And here's why. Everybody, and I don't know if Luke in here or not, but everybody talks about and it wasn't, I'm not saying it was specifically Luke. I just know there was a lot of people who was trappers, drug dealers at these games. I went to the games, I seen them. Right? This is after I got them in. And you see them, they come out, they don't make it a Siri tripping. They don't make it a secret that they're out there to pay for it. But we seen it. I didn't see it interact. I got homeboys who interact with dude. Hey man, you make this play. I got a rack for you after the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you make this tackle. Hey, you knock his ass out the game. You know what time it is. Like that's reality, right? That came in the upbringing of Dade County, South Florida football, right? I think somebody saw that concept with a lot more money, more legitimate money, and simply started doing it. And that's where we evolved into the bagmen. They just took that shit up the road into SEC country and just found better ways to do it. And that's the article that I posted in the group me, because those things are not. That's not by. That was from 2014. We would call the height of the Nick Saban era at his time. Well, I guess they still technically at a height per se, but all those things are the things that we got to understand, that those people aren't doing that. That's not happening on accident. That's not something new under the sun. And Jimbo is making it clear, like shit. If we want to be honest, that probably was happening when I was with you at LSU. Without saying too much, and that's why he's him, with his face photoshopped on 6'9". I think I always find it funny, man, when people start doing something, people do something illegal, and then people get to snitching, and then all of a sudden people who get snitched on want to play victim. Like, how dare you? What do you mean? Like, it's like, the crows came home to roost. You was talking reckless, and now you gotta deal with the after effects of that. It's not nothing new. You just own up to it. That's why I was talking earlier about that.
Code? Do they live by a code? What's the code? They don't live by a code, dog.
The only code that they understand, and this is the beauty and the ugliness of NIL. The only code they live by is that they were always supposed to keep their mouth shut. So the players, the GAs, the assistant coaches who knew, the bagmen themselves, the player's baby mama that he inadvertently knocked up. Now he got to pay to get an abortion. The older sister of one of the players who got 3 kids and is on drug, and they got to pay for to put in rehab. Those are examples from that story. Like, those are real examples.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of that going on.
Yeah, the kid who got a TV because he's dirt poor and he never had a TV before in his life because he's from the country. Like all those things are real, and as long as if you never had it, then you understand, man. These people give me this fucking money. I'm about to shut the fuck up. They'll never see the light of day unless someone get hateful, and then what happens? Laramie Tunzel. That's what happens. Somebody get upset because like, oh man, he get into the bag, but I get this first round money. Nope. Me and him got into a fist fight. You know what I'm saying, before the draft. I'm about to drop all this shit. I got receipts. The love of money is the root of all evil. The Bible makes it very clear, right? And what happens is when that money starts corrupting people, then everybody want to start suddenly play the moral high road, and that's counterproductive.
It's counterproductive.
It is. You either got to be about this life, or you just got to shut the fuck up, or don't get involved. Get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just. It just is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Real reason holla Well, Prime hollering at
Yeah,
Rue?
he said something to Diaz. You know, this is the group me. I know y'all never saw inside the group me, the private group me before.
Diaz about to be,
He said
about to be in the
something.
States, man. Oh shit.
He said something. He said, Ruiz said, "Hey, Deoin, holler at me. This man think he's above. He think he's above the law." Talking about Nick Saban. And Deoin was like, "Hey, I'm here." He said, "Yeah, dog, is he getting old?" Because he said, getting a collective, putting it together, running it through a marketing team, and giving it to your kids is not what the NIL was supposed to be. And then he came right back and said, what I told him was that everything has always been equal in college football. So I said, I'm going to get a collective, and I'm going to give them equal pay. Wait a minute, boy. You just said first of all, you just said you in charge of the NIL. First of all, you just said it. You said it. You're in charge of the NIL. So you're directly involved with the NIL. But you just explained what you said was wrong, right?
It's counterproductive.
What?
Pot kettle. You know, that's what everybody on Twitter saying. Pot kettle. You got some goddamn nerve, like to be sitting there pointing fingers, knowing that, you know what I'm saying? But what they say about when you point fingers? You point fingers, you just got 3 of them pointing right back, right? So he has to understand that the firestorm that's gonna come with this, and people are gonna start digging and poking their head around. The NCAA probably ain't gonna do shit. It's just, to be honest, they're just gonna look at it like, yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, because the best interest he had. Because nobody ever talks about this, right? You wanna know why? Right. You wanna know why the NCAA, the SEC's been so untouchable? For one, right. the profit revenue they get from their conference and selling this illusion that, and then winning all these damn championships, you know, it just means more in the SEC. Secondly, everybody quietly forgets that Mark Emmert used to be the chancellor at LSU. You know who was his goddamn head coach at that time at LSU?
Who?
Nick Saban. That's who the damn head coach was.
Was he?
Yeah. You know who his OC was? Jimbo Fisher.
Wow.
So now when you look at those things, you're like, well damn, that's interesting how all these years Mark Emmert been running the NCAA, and for some reason we all know we not stupid. We hear recruits talk about it. All these people talking about it. Hey man, you know, he dude's coming from Alabama pulling up to Miami in a Hellcat, and you like, wait a second, wait. And people,
listen, I ain't mean to cut you off, but Jimbo Fisher said even playing field. He said it, even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Ask any one of his coaches that ever coached for them, is the playing field even? So that's probably what you're talking about. He said it.
Look at that article. That article said that article made it very clear that the people who was on that damn that was involved in that bagman service that were aware was everyone from NCAA administrators, media personnel,
wow,
people's families. That shit ran deep, and I think the bagman was. I think he ended up getting ousted. He ended up being from like Ole Miss or Mississippi State, one of them schools, like one of them bottom tier schools. They do it in the hopes that a lot of what the collective NIL is hoping for now, right? People are coming at Jimbo because Jimbo's mentality is, and whoever is helping run that collective, their mentality is, if we can get enough talent stacked at one point, it may not hit this year, it may not hit next year, but just the publicity we get from it, and knowing that we got all these collective 5-stars on this campus at this one time, within that, we expect at least the next 2 years, based on, you know, aligned with the talent we already had on roster, that we should be competing for a championship. They just trying to accelerate the process by paying for the best kids. It's the same exact construct of what Nick Saban was doing. It's nothing new under the sun. It's just it was done illegally and with Hellcats and Benzes and shit. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right?
It's nothing different about it. It's not. I promise you, it's nothing different. He's just upset now because before you were selling the concept of, I'm gonna go win a natty. Like I'm going to Alabama. And I was paid, but I understand too. I just saw the best wide receiver in the class in 2 classes ago, he out there. The best damn offensive tackle last year, he out there. The best. So it's like the kids ain't stupid. They understand, like, hey, they stacked a bunch of talent. Like, they didn't play in camps with these dudes, probably played across the field with these dudes. They get recruited by every major school in the country. Common sense would say, okay, on top of me getting that bag, these dudes is going to be good when we get here. We're not going to be on a trash team. Right. If that mindset didn't happen, half these kids in Miami-Dade who be transferring the goddamn offseason wouldn't be happening. They transfer for a reason. Ain't because the academics is poor.
Travis Johnson said, y'all been paying players since the 80s, man. Y'all offer me 6 figures in 99 and 2000. Go ahead, bro.
That's funny.
You said they transfer. you said you say half of this gonna be happening because what?
They transfer because they understand that the talent level is not going to be, depending on the school. Like, they be like, yeah, man. Shout out to Coach Hayes, man. They understand that like when these dudes transfer, they understand that, like, man, Carol City looking good this year, or the West looking good this year. Like, they understand that concept,
right?
So they leave because they understand that the talent, there's enough talent there for them to be successful with championships. These kids are battling legacies just like NBA players. That they understand, because the level of competition in Miami is so high that you don't want to be, and it's transcendent because it's going to help determine whether or not you make it to the next level.
Right.
You can go and be the best dude on a terrible team, and depending on how bad your team, you may never ever have a talent evaluator show up at your school. Now you in your junior season, you know what I'm saying? And I see it all the time. I follow Larry Bluestein. I see all the time. I follow a bunch of coaches on Twitter, and I see it. They always tweet, hey, man, this guy right here, 5.7 GPA, 4.34, but he was the only guy that was worth a damn on his team, or he don't have the size or the measurables to go D1. So now signing day done pass, he can't find an opportunity anywhere. And now the coaches on Twitter trying to tap people and get people plugged in to get him and it's like, it's unfortunate.
Right.
But if that didn't happen, hold on real quick.
Right. Antonio Camati says shit trap. My 02-03, I was offered $60,000 just to come on a visit to help with recruiting when they was on probation. So yeah, I know what you mean. They've been paying.
But now, these guys are all, they understand that they understand that
we be live in the group, me dog.
Hey, we do, man. That's the group, man.
That's Nick Saban right there.
Hey, we had to understand that when we get these guys get opportunities to go be great, especially once when they count, they're gonna do it. That's why part of you is like, a lot of us, especially as Miami fans, we always man, how the fuck we let Amari Cooper leave? And then we hear the backstory, we're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But a lot of the dudes who do try to recruit and they'll end up coming here, like, we get mad, but we always also understand that, like, man, it was probably a bag involved, and they wanted to go somewhere that was going to be successful. And if we're being honest, Miami hasn't given those opportunities in quite some time. So yeah, naturally, people are going to be like, man, hell no, I ain't going to Miami, like, because there's no benefit from it. They gain nothing from it. So I don't blame them necessarily. I just feel like it's funny that these people now are pointing fingers.
Right.
Knowing
Jordan Addison lands at USC. Right where he initially was going for all the money.
He's going to USC?
Yeah. They just announced it 30 minutes ago.
Wait, didn't another receiver commit there? Man.
Remember all the money, the house, everything was offered, right? USC, and then it went dead. He played, he went around, he went to Alabama, he went to all these schools, and then he ends up right back where?
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. But that's the new landscape of college football. Now here's the issue, right? You want a stacked team. They got all these transfers in. Lincoln Riley, who's always been an offensive guru. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams. That's his name, right? Caleb Williams, the quarterback?
Caleb Johnson, right?
Johnson Williams, something like that. He's now going to be the guy, right? And the ball got to get spread to a bunch of these people. Do you with a more, I mean, Kenny Pickett will run, but now you with a more athletic quarterback in a conference where all the eyes on you. You have now you have to put up Biletnikoff numbers for a second year in a row, or you may have shot your draft stock right in the foot.
Right.
You might be able to help it with, you know, if you go to the combine, but that he don't have.
But he just cashed in early though.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
See, we keep forgetting about that part because it's so new. He just cashed in. he just got a nice little insurance check.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, you did.
I'm not mad at none of these kids. Like, get your money, do your thing. Just understand that we said it, man. All money and good money. Some of these dudes be signing these NIL deals with no real implications of what falls underneath afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around and get hurt in summer camp. Are all those things gonna? Did you check the fine print? I'll leave it at that. Right? Is something that says, hey, if this happens, or did you just sign the dotted line because the money looked good? Like, oh, you give me a whole house? Like, what? Oh, say less. Like,
I've been close to it, man. When it comes to these agents and stuff, man. Sadly is to say, but a lot of these kids just signed it. What this contract said? I don't know. I gotta check and see. 2022, bro. They're still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They still doing it
because they bet on our ability to not go back and read anything.
Yeah,
it's one of the biggest lessons. I read everything. I get something new, a new product. I read the damn instruction. I got that from my pops. Like, I don't play about that because God forbid something happened, or I heard it, or I don't use it properly and it breaks. I need to know I got coverage and a warranty, something like that, because so everything I read.
Mr. Will said he's a first rounder. He already a first rounder. He just got paid second round money. I got a question for you, bro. So if you had to guess, what was Nick Saban angle? Is it him? Did you watch the whole interview?
The second part where he was talking about
the whole entire interview, he's basically saying NIL is here to stay, but I don't know if this is sustainable the way that we're doing it. We all understand that part. But he kind of got frustrated, I think, and he started calling out schools' names. He's like, listen, bro, my homeboy Emmert, they telling you in the paper how they doing it. He said he giving the kid $400,000 to come to Miami to do life water, and then the kid comes to Miami to play. He said he tell you, it's almost like he was trying to sit the NCAA on a couple of schools. But what did you get out of it? What do you think he just feel like it's slipping away? Like because he said in the interview, he said we're gonna lose some kids. He said it.
I'm always of the belief that there's a proverbial target on Miami's back in general. Ever since, like I said, we were the first Miami, the University of Miami, when NIL released last year, July 1st, Derek King and Bo Bowden were the first two people on record through any media sources to have signed NIL deals with college hunks moving junk. And I think King that night had signed his Florida Panthers deal. We went our way to make sure we was the first one to say it because it's press.
Right.
Regardless of you feel it or not, press is good or bad press. Then from there, we went on and created and established a plan. And mind you, this is still in the Manny Diaz era. We went and established a plan under the Ruiz family to get these guys proper deals. And the part that people seem to keep forgetting and getting frustrated with in regards to us is that every time NIL news break, some way, somehow, Miami gonna be spoken about. If you noticed it. From Nick Saban to Deoin said, like everybody got something to say about Miami. We stay in Miami. We stay on everybody's minds collectively, and I think there's a reason why. So when I see guys come out and say things like, "It's not sustainable," he's right because those things are not sustainable from the way that everybody else is doing it. They doing these collectives, and the NCAA made it very clear, like collectives, you can't have collectives. But then these people are then arguing these, and what's crazy is a lot of them are using the Ruiz tactic because Ruiz has made it clear he's like, look, we're doing things the right way above and beyond reproach because we can't do the things that these other states are doing. We can't talk to high school kids. We can't offer NIL deals from the jump. We have to do things the right way so they can't get a deal until they enroll it. It used to be Miami, but now Frank Gore Jr. got a damn NIL deal, some random kicker, you know what I'm saying, the third string kicker from Florida got a damn NIL deal, you know what I'm saying? 6 players from UCF, like so everybody getting FIU players, everybody getting, but he's doing things the right way by having those guys enrolled. The problem is now it's the problem that kills me is the complete hands-off approach by the NCAA. You can't sit here and tell me you watch a kid sign an $8 million deals out. It's public knowledge. You know the money came from a collective because there's no deal associated with it, and he's still in high school. You know Tennessee is in the foul, but you don't say anything to him. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's counterproductive. But then everybody got Miami in their mouth. Make that make sense. And we showing you like we doing things the right way. And it's not even because we want to, because the Reeds don't fuck with it. He wants to sue the FHSAA and the NCAA because of the parameters they put on us. But we still doing things the right way. But for some reason, everybody else is doing it wrong. But we in everybody's mouth. I don't get it. I can't make sense of it.
Listen, Michael Davis said Saban. Listen, he said Saban want more money for his program. Cause listen, he was speaking directly to donors. Because you could tell how he was talking. It's almost as if they were in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
He said, because one of you guys gonna give one of these kids a bunch of money, and he gonna come, and I'm not gonna put him in the game, and he gonna transfer. He was talking directly to the donors. So basically he was telling them, hey, listen, man, if we don't step it up, we're gonna lose some players. Damn, so he's in there playing like 2-3 games. like he's in that right.
It's dog whistle politics. He's essentially saying, but at the same time, he understands. Think about it. Nick Saban owned one of the biggest businesses in a car dealership in the state. He getting promo money from Aflac, endorsement money, right? It's not like Nick Saban but Nick Saban can't pay these people. At the same time, they probably in the crowd like, what the hell you want me to do? Like I've been a bagman this whole time. Like I said, if you read the article, you understand. Them bagmen aren't people who are in the donor party, shaking hands and eating caviar and hanging out with the athletic director. Those people are people who they go to tailgates, they hang out with regular people. They just got to spend $5,000 to $15,000 every once in a while to get to a kid to try to persuade him to come to their school. And they like it that way. Sometimes, a lot of times, they just end up losing that money. Kid take a school, be like, yeah, I'm going to Alabama anyway. Like, thanks for the money, dickhead. And then they move on. In reality, those guys are okay being in that position because they have enough money to do it. But now you can't tell them like, hey, I need you. If they have enough money and profit in a business to be able to give that person an NIL deal, then it gets different because now you tie them to something, right? Like, I got Life Wallet. I just acquired this company. It's technology I think is going to help change and define the future, right? I'm getting these people to promote it. I understood, like, I looked at the pros and cons. Financially, it's going to cost me approximately $1.5 million to promote this through a regular marketing promoting agency, and I might not have any turnaround. But if I get something that people are passionate about, the Miami Hurricanes football players in their team, it's not like he's some rogue Miami billionaire from Milwaukee. Like, the dude went to UM, his kids all went to UM. Like, there's buy-in now. So now it's like I have zero plans to download Life Wallet, but I know about it.
Right.
And so if I can get people to believe that, cool. The problem is with these bagmen have been doing shady tactics for the better part, at least as we know on record, for the last 8 years. Right? Now we're telling them, hey, you own, the biggest, I don't know, lawn service in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You can get this kid an NIL deal and get him to promote your business. He's like, hell no. I got to pay taxes. I got to pay him as an employee. Hell no. That's extra burdens and shit that I got to do through the IRS. I'm not doing that. I was fine. I was good and well giving him this $5,000 in cash and going about my business. I'm not doing that. You crazy? And so now Nick is out there putting these dog whistle policies like, we need you to do so we're not going to be successful anymore. Because I can't do nothing with a bunch of 4 and 3 stars. I need them 5s, baby. You know what I'm saying? or we ain't gonna be competing anymore. Jimbo won't bring his ass. And also, like, the other thing he was translating is like, yeah, Jimbo just bought a fantastic class, and they had because of their collective rules, they have the means of doing it over there. So yeah, I'm gonna be hurt, and I'm gonna call that shit out when I get a chance because he hurt people. You heard me say it.
He said Nick can say whatever he want to say. All he do is win. You think he can say whatever he want to say? I think we saw a chink in his armor, bro. You think he can say whatever he want to say?
No, he can't. I'm not nodding in agreement. He can't say. He can say what he want to say because he has been successful, but he understands that time running out. Before it's all said and done, I think Nickel quit football before he let this NIL shit tear him down.
Same reason he quit the Dolphins. He's not. Listen, bro, college football, we're gonna mess it up. They got control. They happy with the control they have over our kids.
Facts.
We're gonna mess it up. We're gonna mess it up. No, you messing it up for you. The kids trying to breathe. They're trying to exhale. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to stay above water, and without you taking, you just always think that like if you work hard and play with me and I keep control of everything that you do here, eventually you'll make it to the league and you'll be able to get your mom out the projects or whatever. But for now, I need your ass to go ahead and run this go route. I'm gonna scream at you in practice, do all these things, and somebody in the NCAA was like, "Hey, that shit can't happen no more." The amount of energy, time, and effort these kids put into this, it's a profession. It is now. The time they put into this profession, can't just be unnoticed through a scholarship. I always have my personal opinions about that, but I think it does.
He said, "Go ahead."
I think it does take some integrity out of the whole purpose of going to college, for sure. Right. But and he, like I say, I agree with him 1,000%. He is 1,000% right. It will ruin college football because somebody is going to put too much or invest in something they expect an investment back in or a return in. It's gonna turn on them, and then that person will get, and God forbid, and lead to some type of gun violence or some other type of crazy shit. Is going to be some blowback from it. And then one of these people are going to feel some type of way. And at that point, maybe that dude run to the NCAA and get to snitching. I don't know. Nevin Shapiro. Who knows? But
Nick said that the NCAA hands are kind of tied behind their back because everybody's figured out, hey, man, well, we're just going to sue them. But if they don't do this like they did that, we're just going to sue them.
Yep.
And he said that's why they kind of like laying down. You know what I'm saying?
They got shit from Ruiz. He's a trendsetter, man. I'm telling you, he got it from Ruiz. Everybody's looking at it and they follow his lead. When have you ever seen, other than that one time Miami was up, the year we beat Notre Dame and Virginia Tech, I ain't never seen Paul Feinbaum say anything positive about the University of Miami, much less bring a damn booster on his show. The whole show was just Alabama fans calling and talking shit about how they're better than the rest of their conference. That's it. And the dude, Paul Feinbaum, agreeing. And then we see in the damn group chat, oh yeah, guess what, man? We got John Ruiz on the show today. I'm like, he on the wrong network. He's supposed to be on ACC network. They don't do that over there. What do you? Because they're trying to.
He was nice to Ruiz. He was nice to Ruiz.
Hell yeah, he was like, because he's trying to get the game plan. He's like, I need the formula. I need a formula so I can send it to Papa Nick so we can figure this out. But when they realize, like, hey, this formula is something that it's above Ruiz, and that's the problem. People ain't realizing this is not a Ruiz decision. He's not doing it, but he also understands them people in them small towns that don't get as much money and aren't billionaires like Ruiz understand that they can't give out NIL deals because there's a bigger profit. There's a bigger profit and a bigger risk they have to take on to be able to do that successfully. They're not willing to do it. And so that's why everybody's trying to figure out like they just watching his next move, trying to see, like in the corner, biting their fingers and shit because they trying to figure out what does he do different. He's doing the same thing.
I don't know if they can pivot. I don't know if they can pivot and go from country boy paying for the poor black kid to come play. I got him in here. I don't know if they could pivot to actually negotiating with Ray and his mama. I don't even know if they look at us like that.
I've said it for as long as I've been beating my chest about it. I've been saying it. Those places suck. You can't sell Tuscaloosa, Alabama as a profitable opportunity. And the people who work in the places know that. They are okay with those stuff. They don't want to live in expensive, beautiful Miami and the beach with warm women and bad bitches everywhere. They don't want to do that. They are okay with their country bump because they probably went to the University of Alabama. That's all they've known. They probably grew up there. Like, that's just where it stops at for them. And they're okay with that. But now you're saying that, and they were okay as long as like, hey, I got this little spare $5,000. Get that to so and so, blah 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 blah. Good to go, right? Now it's like, hey, I need you guys to do this the right way. I know you've been doing the right way. I've been turning a blind eye to it for years. I need you to do it the right way. He puts out into because he was at a some type of convention in Birmingham, like when he made that announcement. He said, I need you to do it the right way, and people are like, I ain't gonna be able to help y'all, Nick. I ain't really you know what I'm saying? That's not really how I give it up. Like I was okay doing it. And they like it. It's clean. There's nothing you could track, nothing they could pull in or go look up to subpoena you. But when you're doing it the way Rui's doing it, investigators get involved, people get called up to stands, to trials, and they're not dealing with that. They're like, nope, I'm okay, I'm good. Probably because they got maybe some other shady practices going on with them businesses too that they don't want to talk about or be brought to the light. So they're like, no, I'm not doing it. And Miami is smart because Miami has been through a Nevin Shapiro. They understand it's like, yo, you're not gonna put us through that shit again. But Ruiz is the difference with that is, and the difference with all this is that these people are investing in Miami because they love the University of Miami or their alumni. So Ruiz is like, yep, I found a gem in his life wallet thing. It made me a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the school. My kids went there. I paid for their tuitions. 3 of them, not 1, not 2, but 3 at a private school in Coral Gables. Right. That shit don't come cheap. So naturally, like I said, those investments and his kid, it's all coming twofold, and people can't seem to figure this out. They can't. Like he's been putting them Michigan paying a bunch of money. That's Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor, who just did 13, did 13 years in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguar Fred Taylor, possibly Hall of Famer Fred Taylor, and he's saying it like, yep. NIL deals can be written off of business expense.
This is Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You all right? I learned it by watching you.
I remember that commercial, dog.
That's right.
I remember that commercial.
That's right.
You all right? I learned about watching you.
That's exactly the truth. And that's all Jimbo was saying. I mean, Jimbo's going about it a different way. And like I said, the NCAA is so terrified now of people repeating the same shit they heard Ruiz said that they just like, man, we're gonna leave this shit alone. Emmer's like, yep, 2023, I'll holler at y'all about this bitch. Y'all can have this shit. No siree. So
Manny, like, why?
You don't find that timing suspicious?
No, it ain't suspicious at all. He knows this thing is done. Why does okay, Nick Saban says Texas A&M paid their whole class, right? And it took for Jimbo to come out and say, why are you throwing the kids and their family under the bus? Why when we hear, let me see if I can explain this. Yes, Nick Saban just told on a bunch of kids that he probably recruited. You know what I'm saying? And but why when we hear it come out of his mouth, it isn't as bad as it should sound? Like, why do we look at them different, though? Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying?
Why do we look at the kids and Nick Saban different?
No, Nick Saban, like, why? Just white people. It's like because what he's saying, yes, he just indicted. Like,
yeah, because of his legendary status. That's why. Because of his persona as the best coach in college football. Jimbo Fisher is absolutely right.
Yeah, he is. Not till he said it. I didn't think of it that way. He's like, man, you just saw these families and kids. Because we know exactly who the kids are. Like, we know who they are. You just said they all got paid to come here. Even it could have been legally. The NIL, but and,
whenever we deal with greatness, a lot of time, we can go into a whole nother tangent about this. Whenever we deal with greatness, we always tend to turn a blind eye to the fallacy, to the downfalls or the pitfalls that person experienced because we so enamored with their greatness. Right. People knew, Magic Johnson was getting in, knocking all these chicks down, doing all this wild reckless stuff. People knew Michael Jordan had a gambling problem. People knew about all these little different things. You know what I'm saying? D Wade and his situation with his baby mama and getting another chick knocked up. We knew about that, but we all turn a blind eye to this shit because it's like, yep. I'm gonna go ahead. You're gonna ruin my hero for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the blind. We knew what R. Kelly was doing. We knew it.
Right. We saw the video.
We did. It was like, God damn.
A long time ago.
It's like and then we assume because, man, R. Kelly keep putting these hits out, all that trap in the closet, man. that love slide, goddamn, got another one. While completely ignoring that behavior, and then when it came out and all these girls started coming out in the expose, and then I'm fighting for my life, all of a sudden we like, damn, that shit kind of ugly, y'all. Like, I don't think you flying away from this one. I don't think you're gonna believe you can fly from this. You know what I'm saying? It's society, man. Like I said it before. Accountability, we treat accountability foreign. Accountability is one of those things where hold on real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability is foreign. Whenever we have to hold someone accountable or ourselves accountable, we suddenly figure out a way to make every excuse in the book for it.
Right.
And so people know, they understand. Like I said, it's dog whistle politics. Great book if you haven't read it before. That goes about something else, but I'm using it in the same context.
Dog whistle politics.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I was like, man, yeah, that is pretty bad, man. But dang, why I didn't see it? Like, why didn't when he said it? Why I didn't see it? Why I didn't see it that way? Bro, that was ugly today, and that's the second time they don't win at it within the last 6 months, man. They went at it. Remember, just a couple months ago, they went at it.
As a Kings fan, I'm here for it. Like, I want you to focus all your time. Like I said, focus all your time, energy. Don't even worry about Miami. You can just throw the game plan away from Miami. Don't even worry about it. Focus on whenever that matchup is between you and A. You should go out there and beat the shit out of him. Put all them 5 stars in the game. Don't worry about Miami. None of them they don't matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? All the implications for the season in the Alabama game. Just go ahead and overlook Miami. So when we come down there, because let's say we go down there and beat them, you know what the excuse gonna be. Somebody in the media gonna refer back to this situation and be like, yeah, they were probably distracted because the NIL didn't money. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. He was already focused on that game. Could be 6 weeks away. He was already focused on Alabama. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That just seemed to happen when it comes to Miami sports teams for some reason. When they're successful, it's like, it wasn't Miami was successful. It was that team didn't do enough, or they weren't prepared enough, or they had some type of injury or some shit. That's why that team won.
I got a text from 2 people. I got a text from Mo, Shamar's coach. Mo said, listen, I want an investigation because I only got $27 in my name. Mo said he's trying to figure out where did the money that Saban talked about went.
Yeah.
And I got a text from Battle's dad from Alabama. And he had Jordan Battle. Yeah, he had a different view on it. He had a different view on it. He feels Saban just doesn't want to play the players like that way. He doesn't want to play them like that. Like, I got money. He don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? And he feels so the way he do it is kind of frowned upon it in the public like that. But I just like, man, he shouldn't have said anybody's name though. Like, he didn't have to call anybody out, like in order to get his point across. But he called out everybody who he thought was raising the bar. So then you get LAA Sports comes with James Williams and then try to lower the bar.
What does a leopard not do?
What?
Change his damn spots. Right?
Right.
We knew when Nick Saban came to Miami as the Miami Dolphins head coach. And mind you, I'm not a Dolphins fan for those who don't know. We know what he did that was probably his biggest downfall is dealing with the egos that's usually driven by money.
Right.
Behind that construct, because it took away from what he felt like was going to be enough to keep him successful and push and fielding a successful team with the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. And so he just said fuck it and ran back to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't for everybody, and I get it. Right. And I think he, for years, really decades, he rested on the construct of these guys don't get paid. It can be purely about Look, I'm going to assume that Nick Saban, by nature and his principle, is probably an old school mentality, line up between the lines type guy. And that's fine. But by no means am I going to sit here and act like there wasn't some type of financial compensation at any point in his tenure that didn't help push the team towards success. I don't care if they stopped doing it last year. I don't care if they, at some point it happened. And we understand that. And Jimbo was just making that extremely clear. Like you go look at some of these staffs, and I know
he did. Yeah. He did everything, but just snitched. He was trying. Oh boy! And if that don't put Alabama under investigation, then you're right. Emory must be playing for Nick Saban or played with Nick Saban because he did everything but snitch. If y'all haven't heard Jimbo, I'll let y'all hear a little bit of it. He did everything but snitch. He was really, really close too. He was really close to telling his wife. He was really close to telling his wife he been cheating. He was really, really close. I'll let y'all listen to a little bit of it. He was fired up though.
Had any contact with Nick since?
No. Oh, he's called.
You just didn't take the call?
Not going to. We're done.
And
He shows you who he is.
and then I just wanted
He's the greatest ever, huh?
What's that? We're done.
Boy, he wanted to
Had
say.
all the advantages.
He sounded like he wanted to say.
I just wanted
What about them hookers in Orlando?
So no players in you're saying that no players in
There's no bylaws of any. They ever promised, done anything that goes against the laws of the state of Texas, and it's insulting to say a 17-year-old and his family broke laws. No.
down front, right?
You think that's pressure?
For who? Nick Saban?
Jimbo. This is the second time in like 6 months he's had to sit up and say the same thing.
It's been pressure for Jimbo. You gotta understand something. Jimbo, the last time we saw Jimbo be successful was at Florida State, right? So Jimbo is successful at Florida State, wins a natty with a team that was really, doused in controversy. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, old Jabo still fucking crab legs or saying controversial stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like the alleged paper play that was going on down there in Florida, all those things was reality. And then his consistent frustration with lack of funding, because we all know that it's not a secret. He was like, y'all ain't paying for shit now. And now it's coming to fruition. The crows have come home to roost because Florida State is broke, and we know it. And it's funny when they try to deny it because we know they broke. Because if they weren't broke, Jimbo would still be there. You know what I'm saying? He goes out, then he goes out down bad. Mark Richt basically kicks him to sleep, runs him about the town. He runs to Texas A&M, a school really like not that much success. You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of wonder why. And it's like, oh, they got resources. Everybody knows it. It comes out, they got resources for days. You know what I'm saying? Oil money, all kind of things like that. But that's the last time we've seen Jimbo successful. That was 2013. Right. That was 9 years ago. And outside of having a couple upset wins, it's not a coaching thing because he can clearly coach because last year he did. He beat Saban, right?
Mm-hmm. He beat him last year.
Yeah, it's a how do we, and he beat, no, he wasn't there. That was Sumlin that was there. Never mind. He beat him, when they were essentially supposed to be the top team, the top dog in the nation. That's a huge deal, right? But what we consistently forget is that, he has pressure because this is a success-driven sport. And we haven't seen Jimbo even win that half of the conference, right? It's really been Alabama, Georgia, and then the rest of them fucking scrubs. Like, that's what we really look at the SEC as, right? The media kind of tries to bolster them up, like, oh, yeah, SEC just means more. But in reality, that's really what it boils down to. Florida might pop his head out every once in a while, get their head knocked back down. LSU might pop their head out every once in a while, get their head knocked back down. But that's really what it boils down to. And so, he is having success. And now it's almost like you're built. The reason why this is such a big topic is because the pressure that is falling on Jimbo.
Right.
The fact that Nick Saban, who a lot of people deem the greatest in college football history, went out of his way to name drop his own personal assistant, his former personal assistant, like former offensive coordinator assistant under his staff. Like, he ain't doing that for Kirby. He ain't doing that for none of these other guys. Mel Blount, like whoever.
Right.
That's an issue. And so, yeah, on top of the mounting pressure that he has, because now he has to match the energy from last year. Like, you beat Texas, you beat Alabama, now you got to do it again. Outside of that, and twofold, Nick got pressure too. Nick has maintained such a high level of success that when he loses 2 games in the season, their fans call for his head. I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Their fans are sensational.
The Footballville page follows a lot of different colleges. Bro, when they struggle with teams, you should see their fans inside.
It's outrageous. I wish Miami had that problem. I wish for more than a decade. Yeah, I wish for more than a decade that we can have back when Butch Davis was struggling. It's like, hey, fly the whole damn team, everybody out of here, get them out of here, fly the blimps. We do that for a 5-loss coach.
Totally untouched, totally out of touch. They struggle with anybody, man. Why did it take us so long to score, bro? You think we got offensive problems? I told you we should have. Like, wow.
Here's what's crazy. If you remember back, the first couple of series against when they kicked, I think they kicked a couple of field goals against us, and they were talking about it. And I'm not gonna lie, it actually had me thinking for a while because being on Twitter simultaneously with the game, and I'm watching them talk about, man, Bryce Young ain't it. I saw tweets like that. They made Bryce Young the guy we thought he was, and I was like, God damn, like
the Heisman Trophy candidate with him.
Yeah, I'm like, I've heard people say today that Bryce Young is the most mid Heisman Trophy candidate they've ever had.
Wow.
I've heard people say that today on Twitter.
As awesome as he was. Ain't that tough, though? Yeah. So listen, bro. We gonna get out. I'm coach with the game about to come on, and if I'm going for it, I gotta get there an hour early.
Nah, I hear you.
Anything else you want to say before we got here, though?
Yeah, man. I gotta talk about that NFT collective.
Talk to us real fast about Michigan. Did you read it all?
Yeah, I did, and I'm.
What is
it? It was funny to me because I think the NFT space is taking a huge nosedive since its initial release. Right. But I will give them credit because there does appear to have utility. If you looked at the utility that they provide, they're going to have, I don't know how exclusive they're going to get per se, but exclusive tailgates. They're going to do ticket giveaways to their games. I don't know how far. The reason why I popped it for me is because, I follow Fansly, who make the NFTs for all the college players, to include some of our own Miami Hurricanes players, Leonard Taylor, Mallory, TVD. So I had my alerts on, and they came out and said, hey, we're partnering with this organization to do this NFT collective. And I thought it was interesting. I just don't know if, and they have a pretty clear roadmap. I just don't think it's going to be profitable because of people getting frustrated with the rug pulls.
What is the NFT about?
So according to their site, the NFT will, their initial phase about it is gonna include. Let me pull up again. Basically, it's their season 1, right? So they have the preseason before they actually mint the NFT. And then they're supposed to partner with certain athletes. It doesn't say which athlete, just quote unquote athletes, and then charitable donations. Then during the season, if you own one of their NFTs, you're supposed to get access to exclusive tailgates, ticket giveaways, athlete meetups, and a DAO creation, so a decentralized autonomous organization, or some type of metaverse, or access to said metaverse.
Gotcha.
And then afterwards, beyond it says seasonal NFT drops, unique Michigan athlete artist collaborations, and DAO determined goals. So buying it right now is supposed to give you access to kind of having a say so in their community, and their town halls as they go forward. Because they're another project trying to tell people that they're going to have some type of quote unquote metaverse, exclusive to Michigan fans. And so, once again, if people believe in that, because I've seen the exclusive tailgate thing happen before, and it didn't necessarily work.
It ain't do it for you, though.
Nah, where I saw it, and it wasn't for me. One of my homeboys was in a football group that did that. And when we went to the LSU game, we linked up and he met me out there. He drove down from Kansas and I came from California. And when we met out there, he was like, yeah, man, I went to that damn tailgate. It was dry as hell. People was in there weird, being corny, dressed up and all that stuff. And he an LSU fan. He was like, I took him over to Miami. He was like, man, y'all tailgate lit as fuck. Man, y'all over here playing spades and Spanish music and people over here twerking and roast con pollo and all kind of shit like that. He's like, I like this shit. I had to keep him getting his head kicked in because he had on all LSU shit, but it was all love, man. We show love.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, funny fact, that was Cutler Ridge Liza's tailgate. That was the last time. No.
Last locked up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if he had on bail, but yeah, last I heard he was still in the can. So
yeah. So no, man, the NFT thing is going to live. It just got to shake out the same way all these coins got to shake out. And it's going to be in our life. I mean, it's going to exist, and it's going to exist in a bigger way, a larger way. Like I saw some car companies the manual is going to be an NFT. It's going to be there. Yeah, it's going to be there. This is just the beginning stages of it.
Yeah.
We signed out with some heavy hitters. Me and Rich signed out with some heavy hitters down here in Miami, man, who are doing some things that we're trying to see how we can make it work. They had a whole platform they've created. They mint the NFTs and they make them look cool and things of that nature. And we're just trying to see how we can partner it together.
Yeah, for sure.
But it just was weird to see Michigan drop that on today. All this mess going on. With all this mess going on. And here they go. We got our collective NFT.
That's right. Timing.
Right.
I need you to.
Yeah.
I need you to listen more, speak less. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting for sure. But yeah, I definitely agree. NFTs are here to stay. I just think people's inability to stay patient with the purpose of what NFT is supposed to do, plus lack of utility and them getting more wise about it, is why people kind of started dropping out of this space. But it's gonna come back for sure, just like crypto. Earlier I was gonna hop in my.
Some people, I just realized some people aren't, and I'm not gonna say it's just not creative. Some people have money, they're not creative. They just copy what they see somebody else do, and then the same way they did to the music business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they think you just copy what somebody else do, and that's how you make money.
For sure, I definitely believe that. I think it's not going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be until it starts being quote unquote successful that they just going to copy that for NFTs as well. So that's all I got. Appreciate the time, Street, as always.
No, man, appreciate you, bro. Good talk, man. Let's go heat, dog. All right.
Yes, sir. You already see me.
Tell the people where they go find you at, man. Tell them. I know you do DJ and you do some stuff. Tell the people, man. You ain't gotta be trying to promote on the slide. Move your head.
Nah.
What you do? You DJ? You on Twitch, right?
Yeah. I do DJ mixes on Twitch. Lately, I've been like, I don't know, man. Them damn shootings this past weekend got me on. I was on some very. I wasn't DJing. I was talking my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Does Twitch pay? Twitch pays monetize? They do?
Mm-hmm.
For what? What do they monetize?
There's ads. So you got to work to get affiliate first. So affiliate means that you've reached a certain goal that they give, like having like 200 or 100 followers, stream 7 days a week, stuff like that. Most people they hit the Twitch goals for affiliate, and then they just kind of stop. But once you do that, you have your videos monetized. You can have them. So I got 2 channels. One of them is monetized. The other one isn't. They'll play ads before they come into the actual stream, and you can set on the channel when the ads actually start to play, as well as people can subscribe to you. So like $5 a month, or they can use an Amazon Prime account. Every Amazon Prime account in the world gets a free Twitch sub. So
gotcha.
It's there for that. So yeah, Twitch, you know what I'm saying? We on there talking some real shit, man. Not football related. So sorry if y'all do come there for that. But we just talking.
So
real life
everything is
shit.
on Twitch. It's not just gaming. It's everything. Everything
Yeah,
is on
people
Twitch.
do podcasts on there, discussions,
Okay.
cooking videos. Yeah, everything's on there.
I told y'all a long time ago, look at social media like TV channels.
Mm-hmm.
People thought kids were on TikTok, and I went on there and saw an old dude doing history.
Yep.
Just look at every social media platform the same way you looked at Fox, cable, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. If it has commercials, it's content, and that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
There is no LinkedIn. Even LinkedIn, you think LinkedIn is a place for people in the business. LinkedIn is now Facebook. It is.
It's professional Facebook. Yep.
Yeah, it's now Facebook. So just look at the platforms that way and get in where you fit in, man. All right, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Listen, man, 786-459-499, man. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad. I'm about to try to get out of here and go to Twin Peaks. Look at some basketball and boobies. I'm D, man. Don't put off tomorrow. Something you could do today, man. The rest of your life could be seconds away. The day that I die, all y'all going to be in here saying, damn, man, I miss D saying don't put off the life you could do today. The rest of your life going to be seconds away. And he don't even die. Had a car accident this morning, but I'm still here. I'm black. I'm ugly, but I'm here. I'm out, man. What movie that is?